Hello interwebs, how are we doing? This is the Mayflower and you are here watching this pick a card reading. Okay, I have a question for you. When was the last time that you got drunk and what happened? Because that's what we're looking at today, is your person. If they got intoxicated, what would happen? So I just wanted something fun, something stupid. We are gonna get advice at the end, about you and this connection, so there will be like a healing spiritual moment. Otherwise, I kind of want this just to be like fun and yeah, just joyous. This will be an 18+ reading, so if you're not 18 or over, please leave. Because I'm allowing sexual messages to come through if they want to come through. I don't have a sexual deck or anything, but this is probably going to be mostly channeled information anyway. So I'm going to give you a little close-up, but this is going to be pile 1, this beautiful stone. I think this is jasper. This will be pile number 2. Again, you'll get a picture of it if you need some more time. This will be pile number 3. This beautiful heart. So timestamps in the description box and my pinned comment. If you want a personal reading with me, you can always feel free to book. Just follow my email in the description box below. Email me and let's set you up. Alright friends, I'm wishing you so much love and I'll see you soon at your reading. Mwah. Hello group number 1, this is for everyone who chose this beautiful stone right here. Oh my gosh, you can like kind of see through with my hand. How are we doing? If you skip the intro, no tea, no shade, I do it too. Sorry, my cat's right here and she's so cute. We are looking today at what would happen if your person that you're thinking about in your head got drunk. And I'm leaving this very open-ended. I kind of want to see like who this person is and you know how they would want to engage with you if, don't mind me, how would they engage with you if they got drunk. So are they gonna text you? Is it in person? Are you with them? You know, that kind of deal. You know, what would happen between you two? And then some advice for you about this connection. So very exciting reading. I'm really happy to get into it. If you want a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out for me below in the email. Oh my gosh, okay. So who is this? Oh, take a second. My ADHD's like, okay, take a second. Let's breathe. And I want you to think about your person, have a very clear image of them and their energy, and just as you envision this reading, picture the person. Okay, thank you. Thank you. You can do whatever you want to do now. Oh my gosh, I'm getting that this person might have some player energy going on, or maybe not just player, but they're like, oh gosh, okay. So this, I kind of put it back in the deck, but it's literally coming out again. So this could be, so you are the Queen of Cups and your person is the Prince of Cups. And I shoved it back into the deck, but that was definitely the energy that was coming through. Your person, they just have like a devilish energy about them. It's not exactly player. It's just kind of like, I feel like they're kind of charming. I feel like they're playful. I feel like they like to poke fun at people. I feel like your person... Okay, there's definitely something here about there could be some sort of emotions on you or both sides. There's some sort of like chemistry and connection here with this person. I think that you feel trapped though in this. So we had this come out as well as, oh god, I can't remember what the other one is. I'm just like, I should just take out the cards when they come out. There was another card that was kind of like feeling trapped. So I think that you don't know how to really move forward with this connection. It almost feels like you two may be at a distance, you three, if this is polyamory. You're at a distance. There might be some sort of like work commitment. This person kind of gives me like they're a biker and they travel a lot. They seem like a free spirit. in a way, and it seems like you're almost trying to tame them, but they're like kind of into it. They're giving the impression they're into it, pile number one. They're giving the impression they're into it. But I don't know if they're gonna commit. This is why the Playboy energy is coming through. Who is this person the pile number one is thinking about? Yeah, the Knight of Wands. I think that you want them to charge in and like grab you and just like kiss you and make out with you. That's definitely what's coming through here. I think that they are someone who does stuff like that. I think that they have given you that impression. Yeah, so the Ten of Pentacles, there's definitely an idea here that this is a wish fulfillment, that this could be a very stable connection for you. I'm really being drawn to this hole right here that's dark. It's almost to me kind of like, it's almost like there's some sort of like crack in the foundation or something though, but not, it's not even crack, it's really a hole. It's almost like, I'm picturing like there's like a floor, right? And there's like a hole in the middle of it. And it's almost like if you walk into that hole, you fall down into it. So there's some sort of trap here. I'm wondering if you think this is a trap. Or I'm wondering if like there's some sort of like 3D thing that like could be a trap. Like for example, maybe, oh my gosh, them having kids and a wife is coming through. Maybe you don't know if they have like a life outside of this. It could also be, again, this person might just like run away at any sort of instance. Who is this person? Yeah, there's definitely some sort of energy here about them having multiple different people in different ways. Like you're in the middle right now giving their attention, but their main focus is on their mind somewhere else. We also have two side bitches down here. Again with the Ten of Cups, y'all. There's something here about this is it. This is the person. There's something here about, you know, your connection. There's something here about you believing this. Again, you don't know if it's gonna pan out though. You don't know if it's gonna pan out. You don't know if this Knight of Swords is gonna come through with an offer. You don't know if it's gonna come through and manifest. Alright, that's the person. Now let's see what would happen. So if pile number one's person got drunk, how would they want to engage with pile one? So I'm getting that this would be in person. How would pile number one's person want to engage with them if they got drunk? I'm really getting like you're at a bar. I'm getting there's like other people there, but it's almost like you're the only people that matter and like you can leave whenever you want. But like there are other people there. There's just not like other distractions. There's not like, it's almost like it feels like they're saying that it's safe because they can kind of like get out if they need to, you know. They're saying that, oh god, I'm gonna get frustrated with this reading, aren't I? Just how flaky people are. I can't deal with that. Yeah, it's definitely like, it seems like the energy of having other people around is like enticing to this person. I think that's gonna like add to your chemistry. I think there's a sense here that they're afraid what would happen if they got you alone. I don't know if that's their goal, we'll have to see. Y'all. I don't think that they feel that they can come forward for whatever reason. This is definitely some distortive masculine energy coming through. Ooh. This reading took a turn. What? They're definitely feeling some type of way about like going on their own right now. They might value independence. How would pile number one's person want to engage with them if they got drunk? I'm really getting a bar setting people. So like definitely something out in community. Definitely something. Oh god, Tower in reverse. Y'all, this is where this reading is going. Something here about not willing to change. It's like they want you to be a Queen of Swords, but you're actually a Queen of Cups. It's almost like they want to take you with them. Yeah, they want to like sweep you off your feet, and they kind of want you to just like go along with it. They want you to be this person they can like fuck when they want and do things to when they want, you know, go on adventures when they want. They just want it to be like fun and light. It doesn't mean they don't have, excuse me, doesn't mean they don't have feelings underneath that. I think it's just like it almost feels like they want to have a surface level connection that's actually deep. Like they want to act like it's a surface level connection, but they want it to be deeper. Yeah, they want to appear like the King of Wands. They want to appear strong. They want to appear a little wild with that fire in the background. But they don't know how to move forward either, y'all. They don't know what to do either. Okay, so what would happen if they got drunk? What would they say? What would they do? I'm getting that they would flirt a lot more. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that they would flirt more. They would make some more advances on you. They would want you to be slightly intoxicated too. What would pile number one's person do if they got intoxicated? I'm getting that they would tease you a little bit. It's really like they want to know how you feel too. They're kind of just like seeing if this can go anywhere, like if the feelings are mutual. I think that they see and know that there's like some sort of attraction, like sexual chemistry. I don't think they know. I think they're afraid of getting their heart broken. They don't know if you feel more than that. They don't know if you feel deeper about this. So they're not letting themselves even think about it, I feel like. Those feelings are there, pile number one, even if they don't know it. Even if they're like pretending it's not there. It's there. What would pile number one persons do if they texted them? I feel like they wouldn't know how to act. Not texted them. Texting might be coming through though. They wouldn't know how to act because they don't know where the boundary is. They would, okay, let's ask if there were no boundaries. What would they do? Oh god. Yep, they really just want you to be like this sexy, sensual person, pile number one. They would want to like sweep you off your feet. They would want to say, be damned with all of it. Let's just like run away together. Let's just do this. You know, fuck if it's a stable beginning or not. Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. They want you to be some sort of like Page of Cups here. So what's coming through pile number one is that they would, you know, outreach you and they would flirt with you. They might even like physically get close to you and like tease you a little bit, like grab your butt type deal. They would want like the energy to build. I feel like that's also what happens when you guys interact with each other. They really don't want to get their heart broken, pile number one. It's almost like even when they're intoxicated, they're holding themselves back because they like, it's almost like they're regulating themselves around you. They're like, we can't get too drunk and we can't say too much because if we get too drunk and we say too much, this might ruin the whole thing. I feel like that's what your person's like kind of thoughts are, pile number one, around this. It's like, they wouldn't let themselves get intoxicated to the point where they would do something drastic. They want to do something drastic. I don't feel like they are though, because they don't want to mess this up with you. Again, I'm really getting that they want something too. It's just like, kind of what's coming through is there might be a mismatch of what you guys want. Unless you really want to be this person who's like sexy and just like travels around the world with this person, then sure. I don't think they know what you want and you don't know what they want. And it seems like if you guys got drunk together, it would basically just intensify what you have right now. But nothing like drastic would happen, it seems like. What would happen if pile number one's person got drunk? Would they confess feelings? What's the tea, spirit? I'm like, some tea, please. Because basically what's coming through is like, it would just intensify what you have. It's almost like if you guys got drunk together, because they would want it to be in person, right? Like, they would just like see where the edge is and go as close as possible without like making out with you and fucking with you. Like, their face would be like this close to you, but they wouldn't be fucking you or kissing you. They just want that like physical closeness and intimacy. I feel like they would want to be like intimate with you. I think that, you know, they also, if you guys got drunk together, they might like kind of pretend in like their mind that in that moment there's no one else, and in that moment there is nothing else and it's just you two, and that like y'all would kind of have like a happily ever after. Like, you're having a happily ever after right then. Like, you kind of already reached the end, but you guys are together. Yeah, they would pretend. This is like a fantasy inside of a fantasy. So let me explain for a second. So they would pretend, pile number one, that you are their partner, and they would pretend that you guys are pretending that you've never met each other and that you're kind of like at the place that you're at right now. So like, have you ever seen like in couples or like in like TV shows or whatever, like they'll go to a bar and like pretend they don't know each other and like try to pick each other up or something? It's kind of giving like that energy. Like they would be like, okay, me and this person are married, but we're pretending we're not married right now. We're just like building our chemistry. That's like what's coming through pile number one. Okay, what? Spirit is saying there's not much else that would happen. Oops, pile number one. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, I almost feel like you would be disappointed. Because I'm getting that you would want more out of the situation. Like, if you guys get drunk together. Like, what's coming through pile number one is that you would want them to be an emperor and reach out. And what's coming through is that they wouldn't do that. They're not, like, the emperor that you want them to be at the moment. And it doesn't seem like alcohol would change that. There might be some sort of thing here where you would hope that if, you know, you guys got drunk together, that you might like have crazy good sex, or like, you know, you guys would be intimate, express your feelings. It doesn't seem like that would happen. I almost kind of want to look at what would happen if you expressed your feelings. Okay. What would happen if pile number one expressed their feelings to pile number one's person? Can we just look at this? This is your person. This is their face. They'd be like, ah. Alright, let's clarify all these. Can we clarify strength in reverse, please? I feel like all the illusions would break down if you really talk to your person about how you feel. There isn't, y'all, there's like an image that there's like a dynamic that y'all are in, and it's almost like, not that it's not real, it's almost like it's just like, it's flirting, it's chemistry. It's not like the real dealio. You know, you don't usually express your feelings seriously if they were side of like, ooh, I'm trying to fuck you and like I like you. You know what I mean? Like that's not usually how you do it in a serious way. And I feel like your person would have to be vulnerable and express different sides of them. And I think that it would, you know, I think it would just confuse both of you because you haven't done that before. Like you're not in that dynamic. So it would definitely break down all the illusions. I think that you would offer them something stable and they would be confused about how it would manifest in the 3D. I don't think Spirit's going to give me much more than that. What would happen if pile number one expressed their feelings to pile number one's person? Can we clarify Knight of Swords? I'm just getting such a hesitant energy right now. It's almost like they want to charge forward. For some reason they don't. Yeah, again, they want to charge forward with the Chariot, right? Yeah, they would be confused. They wouldn't know how to move forward with the situation. And I feel like they would kind of tell you that. They would just be like, I think they would tell you exactly what's going on with them and just be like, oh, I don't know what to do. It would definitely make them emotionally confused, emotionally like, oh, I have something good here, now I have to like do the feelings part. Okay. I want some advice for you, pile number one, and then we're gonna close out your reading. Wow, I thought this was gonna be more spicy. But, you know, it is what it is. This is what Spirit wanted to tell ya. So what is the advice for pile number one when it comes to this connection? Pile number one, they want to fuck you. I just want to lead. And that chance might come. Maybe that's why that's coming through. Alright, what is pile number one's advice for this connection, Spirit? I am getting that, you know, you guys, I think you are developing deeper feelings for this person than you may be letting yourself believe too. And I'm here to let you know that your person doesn't know how to deal with that. Like your person, again, with this King of Cups in reverse and Two of Wands, I don't think that they're presenting to you like they could be in their divine masculine power. And what I'm seeing here is that it's not that they're not in their divine masculine power, it's that they're not gonna use it with you. I'm really getting for some of you that this person has a whole nother life they're not telling you about. They have married, they have kids, whatever. I feel like they might offer you something, but it's almost like a baby of what you want. It's literally like, you almost laugh at it. It's like laughable. It's like, are you really offering me this right now? And again, it's not stable. Knight of Cups in reverse. This isn't something that is going to be a stable offer. They're not emotionally, nor are they foundationally ready for you, pal number one. And I think that you're ready for something a little bit more passionate and something that's a little more committed though. With this, I feel like you're manifesting something and you're like, is this my manifestation? Is this what was supposed to come? And I feel like what's really happening here, oh my god, is it gonna focus? Hold on. I want you to see this card. I feel like what's really happening here is Spirit is trying to help you get over a certain pattern in your relationships. Perhaps you've been going after people who aren't really available, that keep secrets from you. That's what's coming through a lot, is that you might be getting in relationships with people who have secrets from you. And Spirit's trying to help you break that pattern. Spirit's trying to help you break some sort of relationship pattern where it's almost like you're tied up and there isn't a lot of options. It's restrictive for some reason. Your relationships are coming through as like your person's tied up or you're tied up, but it's almost like the one that got away. But it doesn't feel like the one that got away, like I could have loved you forever. It's almost like the one that got away and like we could have been good and had great sex, but like maybe not got married. Like, I don't understand. It almost doesn't feel like extremely committed energy here. What is the advice for pal number one? The advice is that you definitely are looking for something more stable and not to settle. You know, I mean, it's almost like, oh god. I think this new beginning's gonna be tempting, pal number one. I really do. Look at how she's looking at this pentacle. I think this new beginning is going to be very tempting. I think Spirit's really just, you know, making me ask you, is this really what you want? Is this really like what you want to be putting out into the world? Is this the energy that you want? Again, with this hole here, if you see this, I'm almost getting there's like holes in this connection. And this connection will be some of what you want, pal number one. It will be. It will have flavors of what you want. It won't be like the whole dealio though. There's some, you know, skeletons in the closet, monsters under the bed type deal. There might be something here that, you know, at the end of the day, this might not be a water under the bridge moment. If you go with this person, it might be a, I hate that fucking person, I hate my ex. What are the closing out messages for pal number one here? The Seven of Pentacles. I'm getting here that, you know, there is this sense that you, my pal number ones, are almost like a slave to something. Perhaps in all of these connections that you've been in, your power hasn't been recognized, your independence hasn't been recognized, and it's almost like you are kind of giving yourself away to a person who may not be giving the same amount. It's almost like you're going to them and you're like fawning over them, like, yes, you give me a crumb of attention, thank you so much. Like, girl, let me just tell you, I get it. Let me tell you. I think Spirit's just inviting you to, you know, kind of think about if that's the dynamic that you want. If it is the dynamic what you want, then charge forward. I'm just really getting that there's like some sort of damsel in distress energy, that you're just like a sexy female, like living out your best life. And that you, my pal number ones, I think are more powerful. There's also this sort of sense of confidence within you though. This sort of sense of like, I don't need no man. I'm like, And I guess I'm just like, Spirit's inviting me to ask you if those things like are congruent, like if everything's kind of connected in that sense. Are all parts of you, you know, lined up in your connections? Because what I'm getting here is that you don't want to be you know, kind of left out in the cold here. You don't want connections that continue not to work out. And for some reason, that's what you keep attracting. Mic drop. Spirit's not giving me much more. Your reading was very interesting, pile number ones. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. My readings are usually very healing based, kind of like what you just witnessed in the last like 8 minutes. So I also have other like relationship like guide readings if you want. You know, you can get a personal reading with me if you want down in the description box below. Other than that, I'm wishing you so much love and light, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Yo, 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 what's going on? Pile number 2. This is for everyone who chose this. Oh my god. I'm like, how do I do this? This red stone right here. I think it's red jasper. I could be wrong. I don't know. It kind of looks like something a dragon would have. I don't know why. It just kind of reminds me of that. Okay, so if you skip the intro, no tea, no shade, I do it too. We are looking at your person's drunk something. What would happen if they got drunk? Would they text you, call you? You know, would they meet up with you? Would it be in person? You know, all the juicy tea, y'all. All the juicy tea. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. First, I want to look at who this person is. That would be, you know, contacting you when intoxicated. The second thing that I want to look at is like how they would get in contact with you, you know, text, call, whatever, what would happen, and then advice for you. All right, let's get into it. So who is this person for pile number 2? Who is, oh, second, oh, pause, okay. Pile number 2, I want you to close your eyes and kind of think about the person that you're thinking about in your mind. Have a very clear picture of them and their energy, what you think their intentions are. Okay, thank you. You can go back to doing what you're doing. Pile number 2. There's some sort of like dark energy about your person, and I don't know what it is. Yeah, the Fool in reverse is coming up. There's some sort of like, almost like inability to change. This is, I don't know, this feels dark to me in a way. It feels like your person, you know, this might be a father figure for some of you. So whenever I do this, I always get messages like while I'm going out to the living room. So I'm gonna burn some new incense while I explain to you the messages I got. So basically, oh no, let's not burn the house down. Pile number 2. So, and Spirit's telling me, this doesn't make much sense to me, but you know this person. So they're telling me that you'll understand how this dynamic manifests. What I'm really getting here with this 6 of Swords, Justice, and Chariot in reverse, it's almost like this person maybe going about their lives, they didn't give you the intention or attention that you think you deserve from them. There's also this like dark energy swirling around this person. So I don't know if they're a Scorpio. I don't know if like, you know, they were in the military. I am getting that some of them might have been in the military. Cleanse the fuck out of this, huh? Hey, please don't do that. My cat just like, let's just stretch over the incense. And then it burnt out. There's just something dark about them. Pile number 1s or 2s, like that's underneath. And I almost feel like you want justice for some sort of reason. Or you feel like there's some justice that's supposed to be owed. This definitely was not the way that you envisioned, and you're confused as to why it didn't work out a certain way. You know, you're confused if you did something wrong. Hey, let's not be on the cards either, kitty cats. With this 8 of Swords reversed, we have 2 8s here, first off. There's just something here that didn't get picked up off the ground. Some sort of misjudgment on someone else's part. I think you feel like someone chose wrong. Like, they didn't choose you or something. And for some reason you feel like in lack about this. You don't feel very good about this. You know, there was just a new beginning that never got off the ground. There was someone like went away from you and you feel like they kind of went away from you and were like la 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 I'm having a great time, and you feel like for some reason there's some sort of justice owed because of that. You know, this didn't pan out the way that you wanted. You didn't feel like you got the retribution and the justice that you reserved. So I feel like you almost feel like there's a karmic imbalance here. Like this person like owes karma to you now. Who is pile number two's person? Anything else that's coming through? They could be very buff. White males coming through. They didn't extend you some sort of emotional offer. They didn't give you something that you expected them to give you. You know? And I feel like this is why I feel like some sort of like dad energy is coming through, because this almost feels like a wounded inner child, like a wounded like girl. But you know, this could be a relationship, this could be anything really. This could be a brother, and this could be a sibling relationship. Maybe you're distant from your siblings. Yeah, wishing on this like star in reverse. This was something that just like didn't pan out and you almost feel like it's dead. Okay. Well, if any of that resonated, this is your reading. So let's see what would happen if they got drunk. How would they want to contact you? I'm getting that they might want to go in person, but they're a little afraid to go in person. They would want to rush in though. Knight of Wands, let's be real here. They would want to rush in. They'd want to be like, I have the courage to say things that I've never said before. But like, I feel like it's almost like they would want to like rush in, but then they don't know what to do after that, and they would like freeze up. So how would pile number two's person kind of show up to them? I think that they would want to tell you a different perspective than what you know. I think they'd want to explain to you like their side of the story or something that happened. They'd want to change your perspective on this. You know, they would want to tell you that they felt, they would want to basically, well, I guess we're just going into what happened if they got drunk. I feel like, honestly, the method of communication doesn't really matter. I'm actually getting like all forms of communication. I'm getting texting, calling, talking on, or yeah, video chat, in person. It doesn't really matter. Again, this is almost coming through like a father who like got drunk one night and is like, I need to call my daughter, or like I need to go to her house, like I need to tell her what happened. And they would want to change your mind. They would want to break any illusions you have around us. They would want to, because I think they know that you're mad at them. I think they know that you feel like there's an injustice. They'd want to explain their side of the story. They would want to ease that part of you that feels like you've been trapped in this, that feels like you know, have been suffering over this, that you've thought about it in many different ways. They know you've thought about it. They know that you've really cried about this, and what they would want to do is they'd want to ease your pain. They'd want you to be able to let go of this. They want you to be able to live your own life. They'd want you to stop killing yourself over this. They want to change the cycle, because we have the 9 and we have the 10. So they'd want you to kind of go through this cycle and then release it. I am getting here that that's not how you'd react, and I don't think that's like what's actually realistic here. I think that there could be potential for this to be happening, but I think that how this person kind of feels, what they would want to happen, is they'd want to get drunk, talk to you, and talk about their side of the story, and then you'd be like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense, all forgiven. And like, you're like a human, so you like have emotions other than that, so like, and feelings, and that doesn't make anything that happened right. So I feel like that's how you would show up. You'd be like, okay, thanks for the apology, that's like 10 years too late, like that's kind of what's showing up. What would pile number two's person say if they got intoxicated? There would definitely be some crying happening. I'm really not getting anything sexual here, so this is why I keep thinking about dad, or like, you know, if this is like an ex, it would be like someone that, you know, there's not really any sexual anything going on. It would just be purely emotional. With the Page of Swords, I'm kind of getting here, I mean, again, look at what's on top of this Page of Swords. There's like this bird, and it's almost interesting because they're different colors. They're like gonna fly away from this bird. They're like, hey, bye. You know, kind of like the nest family, but it's almost like you guys have different energies, different almost like points of view about the world, you know. And this Page of Swords here, I think they'd want to come in with an offer. I think they know you're going to reject it though. I think they would just need to do it for their own peace of mind. What would pile number 2's person say or do if they got intoxicated? They would definitely want to bring up old wounds from the past. I mean, again, we're kind of seeing this like devil. We're kind of getting like... And they would want this to be released. So we're getting that there's like this image here. So this is in reverse. I'm just going to turn it upright so you kind of see what I'm talking about here. So we have this devil and these 2 girls here. So again, kind of with a sibling energy too. What I'm getting here is that there's this narrative perhaps from your inner child saying that this person was a demon, this person was awful. They signed a contract with you and it, you know, it only harmed you. And pile number 2, what I'm getting here is they would want you to release that narrative. They would want you to kind of see things from their point of view and realize it wasn't just black and white. That, you know, decisions had to be made, and there was a lot of indecision about this. There was a lot of what is the right path and what isn't the right path. And I feel like your person would want to say, I think I chose the best for everyone that I thought at the time. And maybe that they didn't actually choose what, you know, was best for everyone. Maybe that's where the anger comes from, is that this person didn't choose what was in everyone's best interest, really just their own, but they kind of had fooled themselves into thinking that they were. There's some regret here, pile number 2's. What I'm mostly getting is shame. Your person has a lot of shame, whoever they are. They just really want you to stop beating yourself up over this and asking, like, did I do something wrong? Did I do something here? I'm really getting here that, like, they want what's best for you no matter what. And they don't want you to resist this anymore. They want you to let it go. They want you to, you know, have this conversation, let go and heal. My camera's just not focusing today. This is the Tower in reverse. They'd want you to let it go, pile number 2. But not like for them. That's what I'm getting. I think a part of them does want you to let it go for them. I think they mostly want you to let it go for you though. Like, I think they know if pile number 2 never forgives me, like, I don't blame them. They mostly want you to let it go for you. And then if you do let it go, whatever happened, they want a relationship with you. So, is there anything else, Spirit, about this? What would they say if they got drunk? What would they say if they were intoxicated? I'm getting that, they just want to, like, would air it all out. Again, with this, like, death imagery and children here, they would want to air things out, air the dirty laundry, air what basically hasn't been said. They would want to say everything, pile number 2's. They would want to confess everything that's been under their chest, everything that's been, you know, bubbling beneath the surface, that's been hindering down everyone. They'd want to illuminate it. They would want to talk about everything. And then they would want a stable new beginning. They'd want a stable new beginning. I'm hearing that for some of them, they might actually get pretty intoxicated, but, like, you wouldn't notice. Like, they might have more alcohol in their system than you think that they would have. Like, they could be sounding, like, pretty coherent, but this would be kind of like a situation where they would get drunk and then kind of reminisce, and like a sad drunk, and then they would call you, or they'd show up at your house and be like, we need to talk, or like, this, you know, this needs to be released. And they think they're doing the right thing again by doing this. You know, they think by airing out the ghosts, they think by, you know, talking about what it is. My camera just won't do it. They think by airing out, you know, what's been going on, the ghosts of the past, that it'll help release the ghosts. And pile number 2, I genuinely do feel like your person does want... It's hard because it's like, obviously they're acting on their own self-interest here. They're not exactly acting in the way that is harmonious or best for everyone. And at the same time, I really feel like they do want what's best for you more than what they want what's best for them. I feel like this person may not have a lot of self-worth. I feel like this person kind of hates themselves and hates their actions and hasn't forgiven themselves. And they kind of, like, feel like they deserve your harsh treatment. Like, they kind of feel like they deserve the anger that you have towards them. They just want to heal it if there's a way. That's basically it, pile number 2, is they just want to heal it if there's a way. But I'm not getting they want to put in, like, long sustained effort. Oh god. I'm like frustrated for you, pile number 2. I'm frustrated for you. It's almost like they just want to like dip in and dip out. Like, if they have to do something long term, it's like they want to do the bare minimum because they're just so sad about it. It's not because like they don't care about you. I feel like they care about you a lot. It's almost like that care doesn't always manifest into action. And I feel like that's what's important here. Okay. Woo! Breather. All right, let's look at now, what is your advice for this connection? I'm very interested to see. What is the advice for this connection? Pile number 1 was kind of spicy. Your pile's kind of sad. We'll see what pile number 3 brings, because that has a heart involved, so. Okay. What is your advice? I'm actually gonna get this. We're gonna get some oracle cards here going on. So what is pile number 2's advice for this connection? What is pile number 2's advice for this connection? Open your heart and expect a miracle. Again, look at this like inner child healing. There's definitely some sort of like inner childness going on here. And to me, this feels like a feminine energy. So if there's a mother involved in this, or a dead mother, or a mother angel, you know, I'm really getting there's some motherly energy wanting to come in for you for this. I'm really getting there's like a caring energy. My cat's trying to get out. I'm really getting that there's like some sort of, yeah, motherly energy that wants to come through. If there's anything about money here, I think Spirit is trying to say that you're going to be well off. Spirit is saying that that's covered. It's basically like money is in abundance. So if there's any kind of like thing about that here, you know, you can be rest assured. You know, there's another thing about angels here, and this isn't an angel deck pile number 2. There isn't a lot here about angels, so there definitely is something from the other side, or some sort of angelic energy that's wanting to come through to you. Again, with this motherly energy as well. So this is provider of healing of mind, body, and spirit, and this says open your heart and expect a miracle. So I think what the advice here is, you know, if this ever happens, is to be vulnerable. You know, and I'm actually getting that this probably isn't likely to happen, pile number 2's. And that your angels are saying, instead of this person, like, airing out their dirty laundry and healing, let's try to be vulnerable with spirit. Let's try to be vulnerable with a feminine energy that can help heal this, rather than a distorted masculine who might just make things worse. Yeah, I'm definitely getting to be vulnerable and cry about it to a feminine. It might be, you know, I'm getting for some of you that your mom is dead. And your mom is ready to be with you in spirit when you release this. Because I feel like it's going to be a lot for you, pile number 2's. What is the advice for pile number 2 in terms of this connection? Yes, discover your courage. Spirit is really asking you to have courage to let this go, courage to deal with it. But not in a way that's like, oh, I feel pity for this person. In a way that really is for you. That is like, I don't want to carry this burden anymore. You know, I want to forgive this person. And that doesn't mean what they did is okay. That's kind of the energy that's coming through here. I'm getting to get 2 more from this. So, what is pile number 2's? Yes, invite magic in. Invite some sort of different dynamic in. That's really what I'm getting here. I'm hearing that this sort of like weight, it comes up on you. You know, it weighs you down. I think that this, you know, experience, whatever it is, it weighs you down, pile number 2. I think it crops up in your day-to-day, and Spirit is saying like you can have a different life. You can have a different outlook on this. You know, I'm really getting this like bottom, you know, like rock bottom, like crying out to God, you know, like what we hear about is like, I was at the bottom of the barrel and then I said, God help me. I was crying and then he helped me. That's kind of what I'm getting at the moment, that Spirit is saying it's okay, that it's okay to let go of this. And then cheer up. Yes, live in the moment. They're saying that you can have a happier life than what you're facing right now. They're saying you can be happy about your situation, happy about what's going on with you. It's really just like, this also might happen at like a very random moment with invite serendipity. You might just be like with your friends and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm so mad at my dad. And I'm only laughing because of my impression. I'm not laughing at like your experience. Like that's pretty serious. And I feel like this is going to be, you know, something that is hard for you to do. And if you're around other people, you know, this spirit is saying, hey, it's okay. You can be vulnerable with these people. You know, they're asking you to be courageous enough to be vulnerable about it. I'm actually getting that's it. I was gonna go to tarot, but spirit is telling me we're done. All right, pal number 2. If you feel like you need some more clarity around this, some more, you know, guidance, feel free to get a personal reading with me. Feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell. And I will see you in the next one. All right, pal number 2, sending you so much love. Mwah. Hi there, interwebs of pile 3. This is your group if you chose this stone, this lovely little heart here. My camera's having a really hard time focusing today. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, this is your group. So, pile number 3. So you have the heart, and I'm being called to do the romance oracle first. So if this isn't a love reading, I'm gonna be very confused. But you know what? It might not be. We're gonna see. Don't click off if the person you're thinking about is not a love person. We'll see. We'll get into it. If it is, then you're in the right reading. I'm pretty fucking sure, but we'll see. So I'm gonna ask you just for a minute of your time to take a deep breath and close your eyes. And to think of your person, have a very clear image of them, their energy, you know, your perception of them, their intentions, your idea of them. Interesting. Thank you, pal number 3. You can go back to doing what you're doing. First thing that's coming through is I don't think you know this person anymore. That's kind of what's coming through, is that there's someone who might have wounded you. There's someone who you thought you knew. Romantic feelings in reverse. So you guys might have broken up. I knew it. This was gonna be one of these groups. There was gonna be one of them. I think that you guys might have broken up. There was romantic feelings there, now there's not. I think you're left very devastated and confused. I think that this kind of came out of left field for you. I think you saw a lot more with this person than what went on. And I am getting that for some of you, this really might not be romantic, so please stick around. Basically, even if this is not a romantic connection, Spirit is asking you to fit it into your situation if, like, the idea of this resonates, but not the romantic dynamic. Express your love. There's not really, like, a lot of expression of love anymore from your person. I feel like there used to be a lot of love here. This really gives me heartbreak energy, pile number 3s. You felt like it was safe to love this person. Oh god. Separation came through before your reading was out. I was like shuffling the cards, like tapping into your energy, and separation came out. So you might be in separation. And I'm feeling like my voice is shaking and I feel like I want to cry. So like pile number 3s, this feels pretty intense. This really feels like you just broke up energy. I think that you think this was divinely guided in some sort of way. I guess not. I'm telling you, it's just like not doing it. I feel like you feel like this was divinely guided in some sort of way, like the whole process, like getting to know this person at this time in your life and then leaving at this time in your life. I think you know there was like a higher purpose to this. It still just like hurts. Who is pile number 3's person? You deserve love. You are lovable. I think that this is what they taught you. I think this is what you felt from them, is that you deserved love. You may not have really loved yourself. I'm getting that very soon. It was like a whole rush of romantic energy. I'm thinking that you're thinking that you and your person might get back together soon and have a talk, and you are very hopeful that something might happen from this conversation. And then engagement. Yep. You're hoping that it's going to ascend to the next level again. You're hoping that something is going to grow from this. So for some of you, this might be less. You might not be in separation. Maybe an argument happened and you're just like very unsure if the connection is, you know, on stable ground and going to stay the same course. You're definitely looking for a new stable beginning with this person, and you're hoping that the conflict will make you stronger. So don't tell the other groups. I didn't do this for them, but you're gonna get the Crybaby Tarot, because I was called to use the Crybaby Tarot for one of the groups, so we're gonna use it for you. Okay. Pile number 3. Should I ask who is pile number 3's person's here, or should I go into what would they do? Okay. We're getting into how would they communicate with you. So how would this person communicate with pile number 3 if they got drunk? 9 of Wands and Ace of Cups. I'm definitely getting that like this would be like a call out of the blue, especially if you're in separation and there was like some sort of intent that you guys wouldn't talk to each other anymore. It would almost be like, let me call them and just see one last time. Let me see if I can make this work. You know, I know there's no hope here. I know that there's really, I've broken things. I know that, you know, this love is damaged, and I just want to know if there's any chance at all that I can repair it. Like my nail. I'm so sorry. I just have to joke around. Pile number 3 because sometimes it's very intense energy, and I'm just like, oh my god. I mean, what I love about this deck too is like, even in all the court cards, they all look sad, and it's just like, it just feels to me like you're kind of sitting here like wanting to become more stable in yourself, wanting to let go of the outcome and this connection if needed. It just feels like to me like that's something that's hard for you to do. It feels like you really want this to work out. So I'm not really getting text. I'm getting call out of the blue, showing up at your house out of the blue. And for, you know, some of you as well, and maybe a good majority of you, it seems like there's some sort of plan to talk again with this person. Or you feel like there is some sort of religious plan here that you two are going to talk and work things out. That's kind of what's coming through. Like it's almost like divinely mandated. Okay, so what would your person say if they got drunk and called you? Calling is really coming through strong. Emperor. Upright. All 3 of these readings, pile number 3, have been about masculines who are distorted and are not showing up. How many masculines are just not showing up and not working on their shit and like saying what they need to say? Apparently a lot of them. Your person want to show up like this. I feel like they have showed up as a distorted masculine, and now they kind of want to show up like this. Not exactly like this kind of schmoozy energy that's coming off of this. More like they would want to show up and be like, this is the happiness that I can give you. This is like the love that we have for each other, and we can make it work. I'm really getting that you and this other person have a very special connection with each other. Almost like your hearts are linked or your souls are linked. What's coming through for some of you is you might have done a soul linking ritual. Or a love spell. Again with this like divine heavenly thing here with this window with the light coming through, if you can see it. It's almost like, again, there's some sort of like divine connection thought process here. What pile number 3's person say if they got drunk? So they would definitely come through. They would definitely show up as an emperor. Oh, hi baby girl. Oh, she's gone. That was my cot. She would definitely, or he would definitely show up. Your person. They would show up and they would say, I can change. I'm gonna put in the effort and this is gonna be different. You know, that heartbreak is in the past. My fuck-ups are in the past. 3 of Swords in reverse. That I'm never gonna break your heart ever again. That I'm never gonna change. I feel like this person is very, very regretful about what they've done. That they feel very sad that your connection, for some reason, took a turn. For some of you, I'm getting that they cheated. And it was because they didn't tell you how they were dissatisfied in your relationship. And they need to let it out sexually. Instead of talking to you about it, they cheated. They would come through and say there's a light for us. They would come through and say, you know, I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. Please let's fix this. Please let's do something else. There's a lot of begging here. They would come through and then they would beg. They'd be like, I'm gonna change, but please. They don't know how. I'm gonna be real with you. They don't know how this would work, but they're saying that there's a lot of unknowns and they're willing to work it out with you. What would pile number 3's person say? Oh my gosh. For some of you, how they would want this to end is that they would want you guys to, like, by the end of this conversation, make up. I think I, like, shivered a little bit because I literally got, like, really turned on by this, but, like, not from me. Like, I wouldn't really get turned on by this. So that's why I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? They would want this to end, like, sexually. It's not like, that's not like a big desire of theirs, I'm feeling like. I think at the end of the day, they are like, yeah, this doesn't end sexually, like, that's not really what matters. There is a part of them, though, pile number 3's, that would want this conversation to end in sex. And in their minds, I'm almost getting like, wow, this is the best sex I've ever had. Like, full body. Whoa. Biggest orgasm. That's what's coming through pile number 3's. I don't know if you've gone through this cycle with this person before and this is what's happened. Something is coming through like that. Like, you guys might fight and then make up sex, and that make up sex is really good. Ace of Wands, again, they would offer a new beginning. They would offer a new cycle. That's what they would say, is that they would want to offer you something different. They don't know how to manifest this. And there's almost a part of them that doesn't feel like this is actually gonna work out. They're willing to try. They're willing to cut out people or things in their life that are, like, hindering them. Why is there this, like, deceptive energy coming through? They know that it wouldn't make you happy all the time. They know that this would be a grieving or, you know, a hard process to go through. And again, they said they're willing to put in the effort. What would pile number 3's person say? You got drunk and contacted them. Knight of Swords. They would want you to kind of, like, put your blinders on a little bit, pile number 3. They would want you to, like, kind of be like, okay, I forgive you, I understand, I know there's a lot of unknowns, you might do this again, but I forgive you, and let's, like, it's almost like you're lying with your sword, like, literally, like, it's like you're kind of, like, making your bed, like, your deathbed. Like, even if every fiber in you believes that they're gonna do it again, they want you to kind of be like, oh, no, I forgive you. 7 of Wands. Why is the 7 of Wands here? 3 of Wands in reverse. There's a part of you that's very done with this. There's a part of you that really wants a new cycle, pile number 3's. And I think they know that. Oh my god, why am I getting, like, there's just, like, a sexual chemistry between you two. I really am getting, there's this really coming through here, like, it's like sex that's forbidden or something. So I don't know if this person has, like, sex with their exes and, like, sex with you. I don't know if that was the dynamic that was going on. I don't know if they like to, like, have sex with you in, like, really weird places that are not, you're not supposed to be having sex, or, like, you know, also having sex with you. There's something here about having sex when it's not appropriate that really turns this person on. And I think that's why they, like, want to have sex with you, like, right after this conversation, because emotionally that's not really what you're supposed to do. Hey, well, I'm not gonna say supposed. I'm gonna say that that's not always appropriate. After, so I definitely cannot have sex after a big emotional talk or, like, a big makeup. I'm like, I need some time to process before we can do this. Would, like, my adrenaline be high? Would it be hot? Sure. I also know that emotionally I need more time. And I feel like this person kind of knows you need more time, and that's why they get so turned on by it, is because it's almost like, put your blinders on and let's just fuck and, like, love each other. That's what's coming through, pile number 3. Again, there's a part of you that really just wants out of this. I think you think that your intuition, oh, pile number 3 is what's going on. Yeah, I think you feel like your intuition is telling you to go both ways. I think you know that spirit's trying to lead you in a certain direction, and I think you think that spirit might be leading you away from this person. And again, there's something that feels so divine about this person that you feel as if that it could be leading you to them. So you're kind of confused is what I'm getting here, because there's kind of this, like, both. Alright, I'm getting to move on to the advice part because I don't think much more is going to come through in terms of, like, what they're going to say. Basically, they would just want to offer you a new beginning. They would show up and be like, I'm the emperor, let's do this. Whatever happened between you guys, it was heartbreaking, and you're in a place where you don't want to accept what's happening anymore. Where you want to say, I'm done. Whatever. And yeah. and they're gonna try to come, and there's just a little bit of energy here, pile number threes, of like schmoozing you over, kind of like that emperor that came out, like this sort of like, I can be the person that you want me to be. And I feel like pile number three, this person really does have feelings for you. I really want to tell you that in their heart they love you, and at the same time it's like they're playing out this sort of cycle here, this sort of dynamic that doesn't really always seem authentic. It's almost like this dynamic comes before their feelings. Yeah. Oh, religious factors at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's get your advice. What is pile number three's advice, Spirit? The first piece of advice I'm getting is to clear your head. So if there's a specific activity or event that clears your head, you know, walking, you know, distraction too, I'm getting that you just need to get away from this energy a little bit to kind of look at it more from a bird's eye view. So walking, hanging out with friends. I'm getting for some of you taking a moonlight bath or doing something, you know, in the moon might be helpful. Doing a moon meditation, doing some moon yoga. Ooh. I never thought of that. That sounds really cool. I might do that. What is pile number three is? Live life to the fullest. I came out in reverse. Can we get a clarifier for that? Don't worry, be happy. So there is something here about you kind of putting up all of your hopes and dreams into this. So if you see in Don't Worry, Be Happy, these sort of like mer people perhaps are like swimming up to this person and they're like on a pedestal. So I think that there's this sort of idea here that if this doesn't work out, that you're not going to be happy. And I don't think that this is like a conscious thing that you're thinking, pile number threes. This to me feels more like, oh my god, I just noticed my heart can show. This feels to me more like, you know, ooh, again with this putting like above, right? This sort of like dragonfly here. It'll focus. Again with this like kind of putting above. There's something here about you putting this on a pedestal and kind of thinking it's the source of your happiness. And Spirit is saying that it doesn't need to be, that there's a whole, and this is why they kind of want you to open your mind, to clear your mind about this, because there's a whole world outside of this situation, and I feel like you're kind of tunnel visioned at the moment. Tunnel Vision by Melanie Martinez, just released. And you got the Crybaby Tarot, so there might be a message in there. If I remember to, I'll link it down below. If not, Tunnel Vision by Melanie Martinez. So an opportunity is going to show up, and I feel like an opportunity... This feels soul-led, and this feels like it's from Spirit, okay? That's what I'm being guided to tell you. You're going to see visions of whatever this is before. You're going to have an idea. I feel like this might show up in your dreams. Or just like in your mind's eye. And Spirit's saying go for it. Don't, in this situation, don't choose what you think is going to make you feel sad. If you don't feel like your heart's into it, the answer is no. And I'm talking about like your heart, you know, not the romantic love, not the attraction. I'm getting to, you know, once you clear your head, to really go deep down into your heart and see what your heart is telling you to do in this situation. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. And then whenever this happens, you know, have like that, ooh, again with this like intuition kind of thing here. You know, once you have a clear idea of what you want to do, and I do feel like that clear idea is coming for you, pile number threes. Again, once you take that time and really reflect, I'm hearing journaling for some of you as well, connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with your spiritual leaders, really understanding what they might do in this circumstance, and then kind of reflecting that onto yourself. I'm getting that feminine practices, you know, healing yourself, nurturing, body lotion, meditation, you know, envisioning love going around you. I'm really getting that would be helpful for you, pile number threes. To, you know, don't forget the self-care stuff, the stuff that makes you feel good. There might be some sort of belief in here that, you know, you need to put all your energy onto this. And I'm being reminded to tell you that that's your ego. I'm being reminded to tell you, oh my gosh, sorry, a lot of cards fell out. I'm being reminded to tell you that that is not from a soul-led spiritual place. That's your ego wanting to grasp the situation, control it, and, you know, control the outcome, which you can't. You can't do it. And your ego is like grasping this person, like, yes, please, more. I'm not trying to tell you this isn't your person. I'm trying to tell you that, you know, this is kind of what your ego might be doing right now. Again, with leadership. So kind of taking control of your own narrative here, taking control of, aren't these cards so beautiful? Taking control of yourself, blooming from this situation into something that blooms into your power number 3. You're definitely going into a new cycle. This cycle is about to end, whatever is happening, it's about to end. And, you know, you're being called to kind of set your own path, to go your own way. This might not be a way that other people tell you to do, but it's gonna feel like love. I'm really getting here, like, pile number 3, look more into how to make decisions from a soul-led love place. You know, if it excites you, if it, you know, what is following that thread of light, right? And I'm really getting that that's gonna help you get a lot more clear about this situation. All right, I'm gonna leave this card here where it says, Peacock, raise your standards. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're gonna get a little bit more from the Romance Oracle. Look again, religious factors. And I think we're gonna close out your reading, or I might get some more tarot. I really didn't go in depth about with the advice in the other groups, but I'm really feeling it's, you know, relevant for you. So, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. You deserve love. And you deserve love without a person in your life. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I got 2 more. Healing family issues, and this was kind of showing its head before. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, pile number 3, okay. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And last, but certainly not least, we have, this could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. I'm really being guided to just kind of let these messages be, to not go much more into them. So we're gonna get some tarot and then we're gonna close out your reading. What is the advice for pile number 3? What is the advice, Spirit, for pile number 3? What is the advice for pile number 3? I'm just really hearing that you know. I feel like you know in your heart what you need to do. The Empress. Don't go towards things that make you feel like you can't grow. Don't go towards things that, you know, make you feel like you're losing your inner power, okay? The Moon, yep. Really some deep inner work, pile number 3. Definitely taking that time out, connecting you to your intuition. For sure, for sure, for sure. One more. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And this is really, really interesting. So this is 10, end of a cycle. I'm telling you, the end of a cycle is coming. So with Wheel of Fortune here, what I'm getting is you're meant to let the wheel turn, pile number 3s. Hold my phone. You're meant to let the wheel turn. You're meant to... I'm so sorry, excuse me. You're meant to let this go the way it needs to go. That's what Spirit wants you to do. It wants you to go with the flow, right? The divine flow. And I think getting in touch with that, again, is going to help you get closer to this. Asking your spirit team, you know, for advice, for guidance. For some reason, getting that there might be some sort of like, ugh, about you and your spirit team. Again, there might be some sort of resentment, like you led me in the wrong direction. Yeah, definitely, you know, that might be something to look into. yeah, research more about that love and divine flow. I think that's really gonna help you. Alright, pile number 3, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to get a personal reading with me to look into these energies deeper, feel free to do so. Look in the description box below. Other than that, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell if you want. You'll get more readings like this. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah!